And let me just start by saying I'm Jeff Altman, the big game hunter. Electricity hacker is here, and this is no BS coaching advice, which I'm restarting now Monday through Friday at noon Eastern on Blab, where I'm going to take questions about job search. I'm going to take questions about being a solopreneur, about staffing, about career coaching, and do whatever's necessary to help people get going. So, electricity hacker at William Rhodes. How can I help you today?
Well, I'd like to kind of know what your background is and know a little bit more about what you, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure. The quick summary is I've done headhunting for more than 40 years. I'm the host of Job Search Radio on webtalkradio.net. Written 7 books about job search, another one about hiring, another 15 guides about different elements of job search. I filled over 1,200 full-time positions in my career, plus a whole bunch of other consulting assignments. I've done coaching for many years as well, so I've got a well-rounded background. Master's in social work, bachelor's in political science. We don't talk about that one. It's a broad background where I've been in the business of helping people play their game big. And the term of the big game hunter is basically designed to call attention to that. Most people play small. I want to help people play big. Mm-hmm. Anything more I could answer for you?
It's really great. Start off. I like that. So one thing that's of interest to me is, so I'm actually attempting to do a small biz, and I'm about to go into negotiations for bringing in an investor. What would be some good ideas for trying to make sure I can keep as much of my profit, a portion of the company, while at the same time maximizing the amount that they invest?
How much are you asking them to put in? How much are you putting in, or have you put in?
So I'm the tech guy, and my role will be developing the software and hardware that will eventually get patented. And so at this point, I'm seeing just simply a few $100s for the actual prototype, and then on top of that, salary. So it's kind of like a mix between a job and then a start my own business sort of thing. So the goal is to maximize the amount of salary that they're willing to pay me while I develop, while also reading.
Once you're talking salary, it's a different game. So I would simply say you think of salary as being like part of the investment. And at the end of the day, what's in it for them? And, I'll simply say every investor is different. And that's always the hard thing in answering a generic question like this. And every deal is different. I don't know how much you've developed of this, or whether it's an idea, whether you've, just have a great idea and have done very little about it. And it's not important that I know the specifics. I'll simply say, from what you're telling me, there isn't a lot there for me to go on. So in terms of a strategy, you sound like you're in beggar mode with them. As, in beggar mode, you don't really have a lot that you're offering other than your time and an idea, and they're taking all the financial risk. After all, you're getting a salary out of this. Mm-hmm. So what's your risk? Answer, 0. So be prepared for them to chop down how much you take in the way of a salary out of the business, because they want you hungry. They don't want you relaxed and comfortable and going at a snail's pace. They want a workable product where they can learn from it as fast as possible. So I'll simply say you don't got a lot of negotiating leverage if my assessment is right. So think of each paycheck as being something where they're investing in you.
Mm-hmm.
And you better give them a hard and fast timeline for when this thing is going to be delivered.
Mm-hmm. That's great advice.
I'm not here to be nice. I'm here to give you no BS.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, BS, doesn't help you at all. So if you were them, why would they give you money? Nice guy? Got a good first
Right.
name?
Thank you. Yeah. Well, obviously they would be seeking the ROI, like you said. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. But I'm absolutely prepared to obviously work with them in terms of making sure that we're both happy in the deal. That's a big thing, and it is there is some software already available, kind of as a demo, if you will, and we're actually reaching the stage where it's time to start purchasing materials to start assembling the prototype. So. But the idea of setting a hard and fast timeline, that's obviously that's key. So I have a rough estimate, but right. So I go in there with pretty much just saying the confidence of it. I think that's another thing too, right? So.
Mm-hmm. And have you rehearsed your pitch?
I have not rehearsed my pitch at all. Actually, that's something that I strongly need to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Think in terms of 1 to 2 minutes. What would you say in 1 to 2 minutes? And expand it to 10. Get 2 versions of this down where you're doing the thumbnail in 1 to 2 minutes of what you would say.
Well, I have for my other business partner, I already have a PowerPoint presentation put together, which I was planning on repurposing for the investor. So
good. And think in terms of 10 minutes. That's the standard pitch time, right?
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
And if you haven't given it a while, definitely you want to get out front in front of people. Pull some people together in your office, home, apartment, wherever you can get some people together and practice the pitch in front of people. Because I've seen some bad pitches. It's like people who have not taken the time when they're putting everything on the line for this magic moment, and they're just winging it. And they're expecting people to write large checks, and it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Practice makes perfect.
It does help.
Coming from an IT background, I'm just going to be happy after this has all been kind of settled and I can focus more on the software as opposed to the business end of it. This is just a small transition period where I actually have to get my hands dirty in business. But I like to try to stay above the fray.
Well, you got to pull someone in then who can be in the fray, because it's kind of like building. It's like the difference in automobiles. Sometimes there are cars that have great engineering, and no one buys them because there's no business. They got great engineering behind them, and at the end of the day, no one knows about the product.
Yeah. Multidisciplinary is a requirement almost most of the time.
Exactly right. What else can I help you with?
That was on the forefront of my mind. Other than that, there's nothing that jumps to my immediate attention other than just general chat.
I'll pause the recording then. So William posed a question of me, saying that there are some situations where firms acquire another company for the purpose of bringing on talent. And he used an example of Facebook acquiring WhatsApp or Instagram. Do they really want to use this product in some way? Or are these what are in actuality an acqui-hire, an acquisition to hire? And firms do this. It's gone on, financial services, it's gone on insurance, where they're trying to buy a management team, a group of foot soldiers and get rid of the management team. That this occurs in the software business is no big shock. Yeah. Isn't that what Computer Associates has done for 40 years now? Acquiring different software businesses, sometimes they bring on one or two of the senior staff, but basically their view is, okay, we have salespeople, they can sell this product too. And then we've got support people, they can provide support to this product or products too. And goodbye, everyone. Have a great day. And you're done. And it's no shock to me that a firm like Facebook might engage in a strategy like that, or Google or Cisco before that. Happens all the time. It's going to continue to, because talent is hard to get. Now, one thing that they're doing in the acqui-hire is they're ensuring that these folks are with them for a particular number of years in order to ensure that they can cash out.
Mm-hmm.
So, the key for those folks is, can we cash out at what point? Often it's a couple of years in order to cash out, by which point some of these folks are suicidal because they just hate what they have to be doing. Sometimes the acqui-hire firm doesn't have enough for all of them, but they can't throw them out right away because part of the deal was they have to keep them all, but they can torture these folks. So they want to leave. That's okay. So acqui-hire is a part of business. No question about it.